The second stanza talks of a time 20 or 30 years later when the mother would show the photograph to the poetess and laugh nostalgically, remembering the past. It shows mothers being nostalgic about the past. She would point at her cousin Betty and Dolly and comment on the dress worn by her cousins, Betty and Dolly and herself. She recollects her past with fondness as well as a sense of loss of a good, carefree innocence of childhood. By remembering the past, she would laugh nostalgically. She was remembering the past with happiness, but also there was a sense of loss because those carefree, those innocent period of childhood would never come back to her, that were gone. That is why it was said that human beings' life always changes. It always move on. The lines. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, both wry with the labored ease of loss. Here the poet states that for the mother, the sea holidays were the happy moments of past at that time, while her mother's laughter is the poet's past now. Both are feeling the lost on both part. Why the mother's laughter is the poet's past now? Because the mother was dead. She was dead 12 years ago. The poet compares her mother's sense of loss to her own loss. The childhood days of her mother and the sea holiday has become her mother's past. The photograph flashes back to the scene that was captured about 20 years ago. The sea holiday was remembered by her mother with fondness as well as a sense of loss because that time would never return back. The poet still remembers how her mother would laugh looking at the snapshot, but now the laughter of her mother has eventually become a thing of a past for the poetess, as the poetess' mother was dead now. Next line, both wry with labored age of loss holds a very important significance. Here the poet indicates that both the mother and the daughter suffered a sense of loss. The mother had lost her childhood days, which was carefree, and she can't have these moments of enjoyment again that once experienced at the beach with her two cousins. Because human life has to move on, and she was no longer a girl of 12 years after 20 or 30 years so. And for the poetess, the loss refers to the loss of her mother. She has fond memories of her dead mother. She misses her laughter and her presence that will never return to the poetess again. Both they signify their respective losses. Her mother's presence in the past is now her absence in the present. The smile Shirley Toulson's mother had on her face when she thought of the sea holiday, and Shirley's thought when she recalls her mother's laughter. Both seem to wry. Wry means disappointment. It means filled with dry or sad amusement for a time that was happier but cannot be relived. That is the meaning of the word wry. So both seem to be wry. For Shirley, both the photograph and her memories of her mother bring great sadness and an acute sense of loss. Both the poetess and her mother laugh, concealing their sadness. In both cases, the loss is not easy to deal with, and both try hard to make it seem easy. Hence, the laughter is wry, that is, filled with dry or sad amusement. So, I hope you understand the second stanza. Here, the lines, the sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, and both try with the labor days of loss is very important. try to understand it very clearly. It may come as your question in finals. Thank you.